A little bit of a dance there between Jill and Whitney. Jill setting up for something big here. Springboard Bulldog. I believe that was the Stratisfaction. And there's a Spinebuster by Jill. Whitney is in a bad, bad way now. Jill has Whitney in a great position for an elimination here. Instead runs her into Yukiko. And a nice kick there.
Almost
Whitney
right to the
stays
throat
standing
there on Whitney. But Whitney actually getting some good reversal here. Ankle, shin breaker on Tequila by Yukiko. Whitney with a
vertical suplex.
Yeah.
And a powerbomb. The sit-out powerbomb by Yukiko. Tequila eating the sit-out powerbomb, and Yukiko could get her elimination here.
Tequila just kipped up. And it hit.
And now off the ropes.
Oh,
it was a whiff.
And Jill and Whit in this corner are just going ham and egg.
High angle snapmare by Tequila was trying to keep Yukiko away from eliminating her. Tequila would like to stay in this match.
Tequila with a buzzsaw kick. Oh, Whitney couldn't hold it.
Yukiko with the foot finish! The foot finish on Tequila! Yukiko going for the elimination! 1, 2, 3. Oh no, it's 2 and 9 10.
Oh, Whitney switched it around.
Yukiko went down with one kick there from Tequila. Slow crank neckbreaker by Jill on Whitney. High angle snapmare again. Whitney trying to get the pin on Jill. 2, 3. Oh! Pin. And Tequila's got Yukiko in a submission hold here. Ref looking for the tap out there. Yukiko taking quite a bit of damage though.
Jill just reversing that back around with some damaging strikes to the mommy zone.
Yukiko eyeing down Tequila, not quite sure what she wants to do. Big stomp to the midsection there. Yukiko tying up Tequila. Elbow to the face. And Tequila's going through baseball sliding under Whitney and Jill to get at Yukiko. And now applying that submission hold again.
We could see a tap here from Yukiko. Whitney getting pinned by Jill, too. Oh.
Jill trying to eliminate her deep rival, Whitney Wilson. And she might just do it because there's the murder face. And Yukiko pinning Tequila here. Almost pinning Tequila, but no. Oh, my goodness. We get no elimination off of all that. Yukiko, though, sit-out powerbomb. Tequila's pinned. 1, 2, 3. Jill.
Oh, but Jill's count just now started.
Whitney got extremely lucky there. Straight jacket neckbreaker by Yukiko on Whitney. And Jill says, wait a minute, that is my kill. You stay away from Whitney. And that might have been a mistake because Yukiko's setting her up for a sit-up powerbomb.
Whitney is still down.
Whitney is dead to the world, and now a bow and arrow lock from Yukiko here on Jill. Whitney's going to get some time to recover, and she needs it. Jill all tied up in the bow and arrow lock.
Whitney's just sitting there waiting.
Yeah, Whitney doesn't care. She doesn't care if she sees the elimination or not. Jill has to be rolled out of it. Yukiko can't hold the hold anymore. And now Jill and Whitney, the two rivals, are going to team up on Yukiko. Spinning wheel of death as Jill. 2, 3. Goodbye, Yukiko. And now Whitney and Jill. The rivalry is revisited once more between these two. Jill starts it off with a jawbreaker.
An attack right to that wrist.
Jill lining up, I think, a submission hold here. arm trap, chin lock. Whitney in a very bad position. She's already eaten a lot of offense. We can see Whitney submit here. And if Jill gets a win here, that would be huge.
Whitney looks to be holding strong, but the problem is I don't think she can power out of it.
Jill's sick, gets bored, wants to go for it the old-fashioned way. Whitney bounces her off the ropes. Belly-to-belly suplex by Whitney. Now with the pin after the suplex. 1, 2. Whitney tied up, or Jill getting tied up by Whitney, and now a couple of strikes.
Uh-oh. I have no idea
Spinning
what that...
side slam by Whitney. Jill's down. 1, 2, 3.
Whitney wins! Whitney pulls out a win over her rival after looking catatonic for the last part of that match.
Well, that's what happens when you get a new theme song, I guess. Whitney busting out a spinning side slam for the win. That is a good win for Whitney. She desperately needed that victory. And what a better way to do it than over your rival.
Of course, and you know, Pantheon gets the first win of the night for their stable. They gotta hope they can continue it on as well. Because every one of them's fighting tonight.
Next up is, well, it could very well be a send-off match. It's a normal match between Gio Cavalcante and Taco Loco. Now, with Gio's contract being up, this is the end of his contract. Last match. Maybe is it possible that he's the third director?
Definitely could be. He could be a big option here, which would make very interesting for Maximus.
That's, you know, Maximus has already talked about how much he doesn't like the third director, and the third director has stated that he has a history with Maximus Slane. So it's very possible that Gio could be the third director. Like, that's where he's going. He's going to go focus on being the third director in the MMWF. And if you recall, he lost the TV title to Maximus, and then there was some quite a bit of confusion going on with that.
Oh, yeah.
Well, Taco Loco got an entrance remodel, and we're going to get to see it tonight.
Part of the Lunch of Dragons.
The Lunch of Dragons. The Lunchador, Taco Loco, coming to the ring, looking for another win. You know, I don't remember, but I think that he actually beat Gio. He did beat Gio on episode 2 of Ignition, so this is kind of a rematch of that. Oh, Taco and Ned had the tag team match that they won. Sonic and Knuckles, of course, have their table match later tonight.
Gotta get up that friendship. Never gonna end a friendship, ended in beatings.
Exactly.
Now comes Gio Cavalcante, one of the more entertaining wrestlers from recent memory. Put on some great fights, good shows. Always a pleasure to watch.
He's had some TV titles. Went for the tag team championship as the Hitmen. Got Will Whiteside back on the right track. Unfortunately, Will out with injury is now going back to FSCW after he recovers from his back injury. We wish him well as well. Gio Cavalcante his last match in the MMWF for right now, at least. And I honestly, I'm starting to get curious about chat. So chat, go ahead and put your prediction for who you think the third director is, because we've had some really good ideas as to who it could possibly be that we've seen on social media.
Elon Musk.
Elon Musk does not need to sell the company.
All right, coming out. Taco going for a drop kick right from the start.
Gio went low, Taco went high, Taco won.
Taco's fighting angry, it looks like. Puts him in the... Oh.
Well, Taco's got to feel like he might be getting a little bit screwed here. He feels like he could be in that TV title four-way and isn't because they put Josh Rogers in instead. Taco could be fighting for first dibs on that TV title championship.
Oh, definitely. And that's the thing is Taco hasn't looked the strongest, but look at the opponents he's been fighting. Josh Rogers fought that tier of a higher tier of opponent and won. Josh Rogers deserves to be in that picture.
Gio with a big reversal there into a headlock, but Taco Loco keeping Gio on his feet. Or off his feet.
Exactly. Taco, a king of using his weight to an advantage, is definitely using it here tonight.
Taco, a nice crucifix, starting to work on Gio. And we saw earlier tonight, the person who had a great start ended up winning that match. Rohan beating Rico Rain. We can see that happen again here.
Definitely. But Gio is not Rico. Gio wins. Not all the time. He gets wins.
Where's the wine?
The third match of 14 on our card tonight. We have quite a bit of wrestling to get through as a crucifix there by Taco Loco. Taco keeping Gio in a fast. This is a fast up-tempo match.
Oh, yeah.
That's not something that Gio is really good at wrestling. He's more of a chain wrestler that likes to keep things grounded, but he's being forced to wrestle one of these faster matches.
And it's showing.
That could work to his detriment.
Yeah, exactly. And it's showing. It's almost like Taco's getting in 2 moves for every one of Gio's. Gio got a good tie up there and a belly-to-belly. Putting Taco on the mat. And just a series of kicks right to the pectorals. Taco catches Gio, though, when he goes to go for another stomp and trolls him on the ground. Taco going for a bow and arrow lock.
And Gio all tied up in the bow and arrow lock. We could see him submit here to Taco Loco. He does not submit. Taco has to release the hold. Gio up against the ropes, though. And Taco going up top. Look at this. The Hurricane Rana pin. There's the pin by Taco. 1, 2, 3.
Wow.
It's all over. In a fast match, Taco Loco gets a win.
Just a key pin by Taco. Helping him build that ranking.
Good match, cover to cover for Taco Loco. He gets the W, and we get to move on to our next match of the night. And it is the debut of a new talent in the MMWF.
Jimmy Hawkins.
1.5 liters of wine a day. Evan, I'm leaving you for Caesar.
You do that. Coming up, Cobble is facing Jimmy Hawkins, one of our newest.
Yep, our newest talent.
You know, we've seen some of his tape. Definitely a very exciting wrestler to watch. I mean, I'm very excited to see him fight tonight.
Wow, all the penises. All the penises on that little one. I know.
Cobble versus Jimmy. And of course, both of these guys were seeing their new entrances for the first time. Cobble recently had his entrance music changed up, so we're getting to see that here.